Hi everyone, my name is Melissa van Dijk, and in today's video I want to clear up another skincare question. And the question I want to answer today is, how long should you wait before going to bed after your evening skincare routine? I got this idea from Francesca, who is one of my subscribers, and I thought it's such a good one, because it's one of those topics that sounds simple but can be really misleading. Especially if you've ever searched this online. You've probably seen all kinds of answers. Some say 10 minutes, some say 30, and some even say 1 or 2 hours. And I looked it up on Google, and the AI gave me one of those summaries that said, you should wait at least 20 to 30 minutes, but ideally 1 to 2 hours before going to bed so your skincare can absorb. And I just thought, well, that's not true. That's not how skin works at all, and it really needs to be cleared up. So I want to explain this now, and then I'll show you a little demonstration so you can see exactly what I mean. Okay, so when you put on a product like a toner, essence, serum or moisturizer, there are really 2 main things happening. The active ingredients like glycolic, lactic or salicylic acid, vitamin C, niacinamide or retinoids start to move into your skin immediately. And most of that happens within the first few moments after application. So your skin has already absorbed what it can almost right away. The rest just stays on top there doing its job. Now the other ingredients in your product like silicones, oils, emollients, shea butter and petrolatum don't really go deeper. They are meant to sit on the surface and reduce water loss, so your skin stays hydrated for longer. They basically work as a temporary seal that helps your skin hold on to moisture. But you might think the longer you wait, the better, because your skin feels less sticky or greasy. So it seems like your skincare is fully absorbed, but that change in feeling doesn't mean anything new is happening. That happens because some of the lighter ingredients like water, alcohol or volatile silicones evaporate. The remaining ingredients like dimethicone, shea butter or other richer oils spread out more evenly on the surface, which makes the skin feel smoother. And around that time, your skin's own natural oils are also rebalancing, mixing slightly with the product layer, and that can make it feel lighter and more comfortable. But that outer layer of product will still remain on your skin, no matter how long you wait. It stays there until you wash it off or it rubs away on your pillow. So really nothing new is happening under the surface after those first few minutes. And the top layer is simply sitting there doing its job. Which basically means there's no reason to wait any longer than around 5 to 10 minutes after you've applied your moisturizer. And honestly, 10 minutes is already on the higher side. And I think even that much isn't really needed, but it's a good time to keep in mind. Okay, so now that you know what's going on, I want to show you what this looks like in real time. So you wash your face, and you can do that in the shower, which I like to do, but it also works perfectly fine above the sink. Then after you've patted your skin dry, you can go straight in with your first product. If you like using a toner or essence, you can apply that first, but it's not really essential. If you do use one, give it about 30 seconds before following up with a few drops of your favorite serum. Maybe you use something like a niacinamide, peptide or retinol serum, or whatever you usually include in your evening routine. You'll notice it spreads easily and absorbs about within 30 seconds, which is exactly how serums are designed to work because they deliver their actives fast before you move on to your moisturizer. Then you apply your moisturizer. The one I'm using here is a bit richer, and like most lotions or creams, it has those emollients that create that soft protective layer we just talked about. At first it feels a bit heavier, but after a few minutes it starts to feel smoother and more comfortable. And again, that does not mean that it has absorbed deeper. It just means that the lighter parts have evaporated and the product has settled evenly on the surface. At this point, after about 5 to 10 minutes, the actives have already done their job, and the moisturizer is exactly where it should be, doing its job in protecting your skin so you're ready for bed. However, the issue that now arises is that some of the product will transfer to your pillowcase or bedsheet. And honestly, some product will always end up on your pillowcase, and that is completely normal. Even if you wait an hour or 2, that surface layer will still transfer because that is just how these ingredients work. It is normal because that layer sits on top of your skin, and there's really no way to avoid it if you lie down. And if you do not want to keep washing your pillowcases all the time, or worry about the product soaking into your pillow, the easiest solution is to put a clean towel over your pillow. That is what I used to do when I was using these skincare products heavily. The towel will catch any product that rubs off overnight, and it is much easier to wash than a whole pillowcase. So your pillowcase will stay fresh and beautiful for much longer without fading or wearing out from frequent washing. I mean, of course you could try and sleep on your back to avoid touching the pillow, but if that is not natural to you, you will probably have a hard time sleeping well. And then the product will be the least of your problems the next day. Because poor sleep will always do much more harm to your skin than a little bit of product transfer, so I really would not recommend doing that. Now, to sum it all up, your skin absorbs what it can within the first few minutes, and the rest stays on top doing its job as a protective layer. And waiting half an hour to an hour does not make your skincare work any better. Just do your routine, give it 5 to 10 minutes to settle after you have applied the last product, and then go to bed. If you want to protect your pillowcase, use a towel and change it often. This is really all you need to do. So the next time you see one of those AI summaries telling you to wait 1 or 2 hours before bed, you can safely ignore it. Your skin does not need that much time. It has already done the work in the first few minutes. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Happy skincaring!